Baseball is back. I cannot believe that I'm saying this after almost 4 months. I haven't really posted anything on baseball because of the lockout, and I don't really do that whole updates on trades. But today I am talking about baseball. This is not like one of those prediction videos, or not prediction videos. This isn't one of those update videos where I go through the entire lockout and all that. I'm going to be talking about my predictions and my predictions for opening day games. It's crazy that this is happening, but it's true. So today, as I said earlier, I'm going to be predicting my opening day games for baseball. So there are going to be 15 games played, I guess. Most of them on April 7th, and then a few of, I think it's about a 50-50 thing. But the first game that is happening, first game of MLB 2022 is Red Sox-Yankees, which is a repeat of the American League wildcard. Even though the Yankees have not picked their pitcher, I'm going to have to go with the Red Sox. I think it's going to be a repeat of the AL wildcard. And yes, I did pick the Yankees over them. I don't quite remember if they were playing in Yankee Stadium or not. But, I think that there are going to be a few upsets. Even though they are playing in Yankee Stadium, I think that the Red Sox are going to beat the Yankees upset. Brewers-Cubs. The Cubs are in a rebuilding stage, and they don't really have that many good pitchers, but they haven't decided yet. And the Brewers are definitely going to pick Woodruff or Burns or someone that's really good to start off the season. And I'm going to have to go with the Brewers. They won the NL wildcard. Even though they lost to the defending champs, the Braves, I'm just going to have to go with the Brewers. New York Mets, Washington Nationals. The Nationals lost it in 2021 last year. They gave away Scherzer. Strasburg has only pitched 2 games last year, I'm pretty sure. They lost Schwarber. And their only big name that they have right now is Juan Soto. And I don't think that's going to be enough for the New York Mets. The Mets did a lot of damage during this offseason, signing so many good players. Starling Marte, Max Scherzer, Chris Bassett. They have arguably the best pitching rotation in the MLB. And the Nationals are not going to beat them on April 7th. Royals, Guardians, this is going to be a kind of a close matchup. And even though they haven't decided the pitchers, the Guardians have a bigger rotation. Also, I just realized that is going to be their first game as the Guardians, because they used to be the Indians and then they had the name change. And I'm going to pick the Guardians. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Guardians, their team name is named after the Guardian Bridge in Cleveland. So, yes, it sounds like a cringy name, but it has some meaning to the folks in Cleveland. Twins, Mariners. The Twins had a terrible season last year, but they did some shifting. They got El Kraken Sanchez, Gary Sanchez. They got Gio Urshela to replace Josh Donaldson. They've worked with it. They replaced Mitch Garver. And I don't think that the Twins are going to beat the Mariners. The Mariners have Robbie Ray, who they picked up during the offseason. Cy Young winner for the American League. And the Mariners are probably going to win that game. Cardinals, Pirates. I am actually going to this game. I'm hoping that the Cardinals win, and I think they will. The Pirates are just a terrible team. I'm pretty sure they had one of the worst records in 2021, and I think they will continue that streak in 2022. Reds, Braves. Well, the Reds gave away Sonny Gray, they gave away Jesse Winker, Suarez, and they've only kept Malley and Votto there. So hope you guys get away from that team that is going to just self-destruct. Their management and their owners are just trying to tank. Even though the new rules are trying to prevent tanking, they're not. I mean, they are going to help prevent tanking, but that doesn't keep it from happening. And the Reds are going to tank. They actually had a pretty good shot at winning the wild card because they were in that spot for a while. And I think if they had just picked up a few good players, like, they probably would be ahead of the Cardinals. But I don't know. The ownership just didn't want it. They were like, we had a few good seasons, shrug. And then they just walked away, traded away Winker, traded away Gray, and I'm going to have to go with the defending champs Braves. Even though they don't have Freddie Freeman, they have Matt Olson to fill up that spot at first base, and they are going to have a really good team. I don't know if they're going to beat the Mets because the Mets have that really good rotation, but, it's the Braves. They're the defending champs. Astros, Angels. This is a tough one for me. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's tough because, yes, the Astros won the championship, and they're like, yeah, everyone should be shouting at me. Yes, they were the number 2. They're definitely going to beat the Angels because the Angels got 4th place in their division. But think about it. Shohei Ohtani's pitching. He was close to getting. I'm pretty sure he was one of the better pitchers. He made the All-Star game. And Anthony Rendon's going to be back. Mike Trout, the best player in the MLB right now, is going to be back. And I think that I'm going to have to go with the Angels. Yes, the Astros did make it to the World Series. But another question, did they win it? And also, another thing you have to consider is this is going to be a one-game thing. It's not about the entire series. That's what the playoff predictions was about. This is just one game. And I think the Angels will pull it off in LA. Padres, Diamondbacks. The Padres did lose a few good parts. Fernando Tatis Jr. broke his wrist, and he's going to be out for a few months. That is not great for the Padres. Tommy Pham is gone. I'm pretty sure he went to the Red Sox. But, I got to pick the Padres. I mean, the Diamondbacks were terrible last year, and just got to go with the Padres. White Sox, Tigers. And the Tigers are probably going to use Eduardo Rodriguez, the new pickup. And yes, the Tigers, I was kind of rooting for them, not really because they weren't going to make the playoffs, but the Tigers, Tigers are a really good team, They picked up, not a really good team, they're a good team that I can root for, Even though they have Javier Baez and they didn't get Carlos Correa, they are still a pretty good team. They got Robbie Grossman. They've got Miguel Cabrera. They got Javier Baez. And yes, the Tigers are a good team. The White Sox do have a pretty good rotation. And a lot of their good players are probably going to break out a little bit more this year. And I think the White Sox are going to win that game. Phillies Athletics. The A's don't really have that great of a pitching rotation. They gave away Olsen. They gave away Chapman. They don't have a very consistent lineup, and their pitching is okay. They got Frankie Montas, Sean Manaea, but I'm going to have to go with the Phillies. Yes, the Phillies are all about, the offense, they picked up all those good players, and their defense is terrible. It is horrendous. They are probably going to have the worst defense this year, but the offense, that is going to be good against Oakland A's, and they're in Philadelphia, so that's also a plus. Rays, Orioles, don't really need to tell you much about it. The Orioles are one of the worst teams in the MLB. They're, I'm pretty sure, the worst team in the American League, so I don't think that's really a debate. Los Angeles Dodgers, they picked up Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman, you know? Have you ever heard of the guy? He won the World Series last year, was with the Braves for 10 years and didn't go back? Going with the Dodgers. Yes, the Rockies signed on McMahon and they got Bryant, but they gave away Tapia. I mean, Tapia was a pretty good player, and they just gave him away for, I believe, a few prospects. And the Rockies are probably not going to win one game against the Dodgers. They might win. I don't think they're going to win opening day is what I'm trying to say. And especially with Walker, I forget how to say his last name, but he's one of the best pitchers in the league, and he's going to pitch well against the Rockies. Marlins, Giants, the Giants, best team in the National League last year. Not the best team, best record. That's what I meant. Rangers, Blue Jays. The Rangers did some good stuff, did some maneuvering, got two of the top shortstops, Marcus Semien and Corey Seager. They gave away Isaiah Kenner-Falefa. And, well, yes, they have a better lineup. The Blue Jays were one game out. Blue Jays have Jose Barrios behind them in their pitching staff. They've got Ryu, and the Blue Jays are probably going to win that game. So, here are all of my predictions for opening day. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more stuff about baseball. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.